Hi everyone, Serve the Knee Bunt Tano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of this new Frost Children album, Speedrun. This is a brand new LP from the up-and-coming sibling pop duo known as Frost Children. Members Lulu and Angel, from what I understand, are based in New York currently and have been building up anticipation for this LP with some really solid singles. Ones that deliver fun and left-field takes on electro and dance pop with a very modern and very queer hyperpop twist. And I use that term carefully because I think there is this false presumption that anything called hyperpop or just hyperpop adjacent is just like a 100 gecs or A.G. Cook ripoff. And for Frost Children, at least, I don't think that's the case. And while the video game samples, maxed out beats, and very sassy attitude of a song like Flatline would most definitely appeal to that crowd, same with the anthemic synth leads and bubbly arpeggios all over another highlight from the record, All I Got. But the grooves and song ideas that Angel and Lulu bring for the most part on this LP seem way more in tune with rave culture and EDM more broadly, the pop aesthetics of the Y2K era too. That vibe bleeds into every corner of the banger intro on this record, COUP, which kicks off with all these glistening, pristine vocal passages, underscored by a frosty soundscape of calming synth arpeggios. It's so wondrous. But all this eventually gives way to these hard-hitting, banging, relentless beats.
Oh my god, what the fuck, who are you?
Did I mention many of the lyrics on this thing are hilariously tacky and overly blunt too? However, that does usually contribute to Frost Children's in-your-face energy, as well as the subtly absurd vibes that flow throughout many of these tracks too. Speedrun is a record whose main goal is to be excruciatingly true to itself, maybe even painfully authentic, which does result in some eyebrow-raising moments here and there, some detectable levels of cringe. But I guess that comes with the freedom of not having to overcalculate anything being said or done here. Clearly, Lulu and Angel would prefer a very uninhibited creative process given just how silly, abrasive, and zany some of the tracks were on their last LP. Now, I will say, in comparison with its predecessor, Speedrun doesn't come across as out of control, but I suppose getting a series of much catchier, more direct, and hard-hitting bangers that don't compromise on personality isn't a bad trade-off. There is a great run of tracks on the front end of the album, including the groovy and kind of sensual Sick Trip, which sounds like a massive warehouse party topped with these whisper-quiet but charismatic ASMR-type vocals on the verses. There are some soaring vocal chops and samples on the chorus, some hype rhythmic breakdowns too, and a lot of lyrics about performing, DJing, that kind of gives the song a sense of place. Deeper into the track list, things switch up majorly and explosively with the song Obsessed, which is a 90-second electropunk rager, punchy beats, crunchy riffs, lots of shouty vocals too. It all adds up into a legit rocker that is so satisfying despite the track being as short as it is. The rock vibes continue onto the following Serpent, which I think also has a lot of admirable qualities to it. The intensity and the almost operatic levels of drama to it are great, but I think the duo's very dense and over-the-top production on this one ends up kneecapping the track a little bit, making it way too cluttered to interpret its many compositional nuances, though the heavy, mosh-friendly breakdown at the very tail end of the song is a novel change. So yeah, this track brings a sort of weak start to the second half of the project, which, truth be told, this thing does not finish as strong as it starts. There's High Five, which I did like when I first heard it, but it's pretty clearly the weakest of the three big singles from this thing, as the repetitive verse melodies do get a little stale by the end of the song, and the chorus is kind of washed out, a little hollow. Conversely, the song Angel's Thoughts hits us with multiple refrains across the track. Now Slow It Down, You Gotta Listen to Me, A Shot in the Dark, Another Look-alike, the Maybe I'm Defective, I Should Be Elected portion of the track too, all of which passively flow by without really leaving too big of an impression, kind of paling in comparison to the marathon of great choruses in the record's first leg. Sadly, without all the wild and out-of-control genre fusions from the last LP, Frost Children begin to creatively paint themselves into a corner a little bit pretty early on this record, though there are a few notable left hooks in its final moments. The two different feature passages from multi-genre musical chameleon Exum add a lot of flavor to the song Let It Be. The goofy rap verse on the front end is fantastic and pretty funny. Quickly after this, we get lost in all these blissful dance pop passages, and Exum comes back with these very wild falsetto bits that are cute and tuneful, and I'll say in terms of mood and vibe, Quite the juxtaposition with the insane lyrics that are being delivered here. You licked it up so eloquent, mommy's a little lesbian. Which easily top 10 best lyrics to end any song in 2023, no debate. There's Wonderland as well, which is a cute little pop rap song with a feature from Blake the Man 1000. This track, I just want to snuggle it like little snuggle bunny and then just squish its adorable little face. The breathy little vocal harmonies and the kind of toy keyboard chords on the track are just, they're so sweet. I just wish the song had a bit more punch to it. As much as I do admire the fact that the duo could pull off something this, The adorable and gentle vibes continue for a bit on the closing track to the record too, but also brings a considerable amount of melancholy. The track features more wondrous and wintry synth passages that guide the song along this amazing ascent that intensifies with more layers of keys and acoustic guitar, eventually hitting us with this rush of blinding synthesizers and reverb. The track evolves into what feels like some kind of religious experience with an almost Kanye West level of grandiosity to it. There's a thunderous crescendo to the song too, with some heavy, hard-hitting kicks, and frankly haunting refrains of "Why does my pain help you fucking live?" which obviously can speak to a personal experience, but also can be a statement on just the act of performing and delivering your emotions to an audience. Look, I'll say overall this record was very good. There are a lot of highlights here, but I think the album itself feels a bit scant, and the track list could have been more versatile, more diverse, especially given Frost Children's very wild antics on some of their earlier works. Still, I am looking forward to hearing this duo birth more bops into the future. Feeling a decent 2 strong 7 on this one. Transition, have you given this record a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you're the best. What should I review next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe, and please don't cry. Hit the bell as well over here next to my head. Another video you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Frost Children of Forever.